Where the game hat? Full turbo! Full turbo! Check it out! Check it out!
I don't want you guys to slightly give her one to do. Check out.
Woo! There we go, man!
My name is Jarett Quock. I'm from Telegraph Creek. I'm a member of the Taltan Nation. I am the wildlife guardian for the Taltan Central Government. I was the one that helped establish the Guardian program that we started in 2016. Our Taltan local knowledge is important information to gather and start using in decision making up here. It's going to really help us get what we want and really transfer a lot of this traditional knowledge also, and so we could really prove that local knowledge. Our Taltan local knowledge is important. The first and most important thing to me is just trying to keep the tradition alive, I guess you could say. Like there's nothing wrong with it. It's not too often the kids with this generation up and coming don't have the opportunity to go out and hunt with somebody that was taught by their grandparents or even tried to practice those the traditional practices that were taught by the elders. A lot of the hunts too is not just about hunting your target animal also. It's about learning the land and like how the land lays out and how to navigate through it, like trees, and just knowing where you're at is one of the biggest parts. Being able to like show all the younger ones what type of berries to eat, like there's moss berries, glowbush blueberries, soap berries. They're a little bitter, but they tried it anyways, and they didn't mind it too bad. They said they could eat it, but it's not their choice of berries around here, I guess. Oh yeah, there was strawberries, and just teaching them all of these other berries and being able to like go out on the hikes and just being out here, like you could just tell why our ancestors used to live out here, because every place you just stopped to take a break, you could sit down and eat berries off the ground. You could almost drink like almost every creek, majority of them. And small game animals also.
Oh my god. Sight.
It was so awesome to see the kids shooting at them and being able to start practicing their shot for their opportunity when they get older for a moose and some other animals. But next time, guys.
How many shots, Nathaniel?
20?
39. Were you counting?
I gave him 2 of my bullets.
Oh my
and he took,
goodness.
Like 14.
Probably took like 20 shots.
See, look, there's the cow moose. You see how the toe is more pointed like this?
Mhm.
And then this one's more like parallel to each other.
Mhm.
It's not facing in. The parallel one are the bull moose, and the pointed ones are the cow moose. The moose just like acted so weird, like something that I've never been able to witness before, and it's so early too, like it's August 15th, and they were just calling around and like running around like there was like let's say the second week in September or the first week in September.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
I don't know where he is, but I think we should make our way over just in case. Okay, let's go. They were just running around and making all these noise, and like the bulls were bothering the cows, and like it's weird, like the bulls still had velvet on. And they came swimming across the bay, and they came up onto the shore, and like Malachi and I tried to step in front of everybody, like a little ways out of the trees, and to get a good shooting position so that everybody could witness it too. And I tried to keep them close together. And then the moose came out, and it ran out to this point, and we could, like, it was just running, like, I don't know, like almost looked like horses playing around when they just first get off the hunts or something. And it come running out, and I just told Malachi, let's step back, come on, we got to get back to it. And just it was something that I never got to witness or see moose act like that, so I wanted everybody close because we had the 2 young ones with us too, so I wanted us to be in one bunch. And we got Malachi set up in the little group of trees that we had, and the moose come running out of the bushes like in the angle, and then it just turned 90 degrees and started running towards us, and Holy had to put my arms out. And yeah, Malachi couldn't, he said he was looking through the scope and he could just see hair, it was so close. And like he couldn't figure out where he was aiming, and by the time like the moose turned and noticed what I was doing, because it was running so close that I had to put my arms out and wave like that. And he stopped like, God, like 10 yards or even closer. And Malachi was like right in front of me, and he like took a shot and he nailed him super good. And he was kind of turning away, so he hit him like right in the back rib, and it came out and got him in the lung. Really good long shot for a really good shot for the angle that he had, and just the adrenaline. It was just a split second that the moose stopped and turned, and he got that shot off, and he ran a few ways. We didn't have to put another one into him, but we didn't want to chase him around or let him wander with being hurt like that. So we put another bullet in him, and he dropped. And yeah, it was super exciting. And just looking back at everybody was just shocked. It was pretty cool. Hit that bullet. Dig that bullet out right there, look.
What?
First cut right there, dig it up.
What the hell?
That is crazy.
Holy crap.
What?
That is insane.
Dull my knife. That's
Wow.
cool.
That's crazy.
That is insane.
That confirms it. Jared's a medicine man. Some kind of a shaman. Just
He can't just hunt. Like, that's the funnest part about hunting, is being able to be out there and being able to harvest the moose. But hunting is about working at. Okay, that's what I did wrong. I guess I could do this. And the best part about it is being able to butcher up the animal and being able to pull all of the meat out to where, like, there's basically nothing left there when we left there. There's just a backbone and the hip bone. Okay. Let's drag them in this way.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3.
If we were around at like an ATV, we would have taken that also, but we're not. So we had to cut some of that stuff off because we had to backpack it to the boat. So teaching them all of these steps is very important, and learning that it's not just about going out and using the gun and shooting. It's about learning how to use the knife as well. Don't be shy. Push harder. See how you cut more towards the hide a little bit. And what I really wanted to do was just hand on some of the knowledge that my grandparents was able to give me. I'm not feeling very well now, and I feel like I still have a lot to teach some of the younger guys and the younger generation on what I was taught. A lot of my friends and a lot of community members my age also weren't given the opportunity or didn't take the opportunity to go out and hunt with their grandparents. And it's different back then. Like, they like to deal with their own meat. They were teaching you, but you weren't able to get too much hands-on. So it was more just like watching and observing. And look his muscle to it. When it was your time to come, and if you watch this over and over and over, you'll be able to memorize what you need to do. So I was in that situation, and I learned a lot. And by the time I kind of got my age, my grandparents were too old. And so my oldest brother, Dennis, he taught me a lot. Look at this. You see, there's a fat layer in here. Mm-hmm. Look at that. And when you do it, just get through it. Right here, look. See that? Mm-hmm. That's what you go for, and you go real slow, and you. Oh.
What's that?
And you could get your finger in there. And some people in tradition, I'll do it to show you guys. These people, let's see, my knife would be a little bit better. Most people go like this. Stick their hand in there and go like that.
That looks like a big balloon. It does. That looks so weird. I feel like that's gonna pop.
Holy hell.
Oh.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna puke.
So like, I got to learn all the visual parts of it, and then with all the hands-on experience. My brother Dennis, my oldest brother, he's the one that taught me a lot of this stuff. And you see, when we were gutting the moose and stuff like that, he taught me a lot of that, taught me a lot of the basics, and then I just learned to adapt that best suits me. I try to implement a lot of the traditional practices also, but it's time consuming in some of the things that you were taught traditionally. And
Just don't tell me what it is and I'll eat it.
you're going to eat it tonight.
Yeah, but don't tell me what I'm eating.
Yeah, no. Let's just try to pull this sucker out. Right here. So with foreguts, you look for the middle. You go like that.
Get over here and learn, kids.
I'm watching.
Nobody could. A lot of people don't know how to do this.
Come over on this side.
90% of
Get closer.
90% of our
Careful with that
generation
knife.
doesn't know how to do this. Majority of my friends don't even know. But you take this out and you look for the center and you take 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you go right to here. And you can just go like there. But we don't have to take this. I'm just showing you. Not too many people know. You just pull it out like that.
So what was the counting to 4? You started ripping from 4 down?
No,
You just go till
4 rings out,
Uh-huh.
right? And then you just cut it off.
Mm.
And then you just clean it like bum guts. And elders like this. Majority elders. It's good to put it around roast. At least that.
It's good to do what with it?
To put it around roast and stuff. Yeah. This is the part nobody knows how to do. Take all of this stuff out. And there's the bum guts. Skinny. How skinny. My boss, Lance Nguyen, he taught me a lot of cool techniques and stuff on how to speed up some of the process, and like say the brisket on the bottom of the ribs there, and on how to look inside and cut on each side from the outside instead of digging way in and being all awkward. Like he just showed me where you could do it, and like it saved like 10 minutes, 15 minutes on gutting, and that's being out in the bush, like 15 minutes when you're dressing an animal is it's a lot of time to save. Sweet, eh? Mm-hmm. Not too many people do this, so.
I just cut them in half for Grandpa.
Right here, look. So you pull on this and cut up here and try to keep some fat on there. A little bit. You know, if they got an animal with a bow or arrow, they had to chase moose like this. And if it was too cold and they had to run too far, because a lot of times they don't stop. And they'll run like from here to Chesley and non-stop and just keep going and going till they get it. And sometimes if they stayed or they were too far in, they would sleep inside this cavity. So they would do the exact same thing, but cut this out and basically just clean it out and then just wrap themselves in this and sleep in it overnight.
Like a sleeping bag?
Yeah. Just for overnight until the next day, just so they could get a little bit of rest and keep warm. That's what I was told.
Some odd reason I want to
There's
try
some moss right there.
Hunting for me is it's just who I am. I was brought up in a small community of Telegraph Creek where hunting was a very important part of our lives. Just living way up in the north, and just like the regular groceries we get at our general store is just like so expensive, and so for us to hunt, it helped to live a healthier life and happier life with the family, that we're able to put some traditional food on the table along with the stuff that we could buy from the store.
That sounded so awesome. That looks like a head. And the bones look like teeth.
Here you go. Perfect. Now, and another very important part too is learning to respect the animal and the way you leave them. And I don't see it much nowadays too, but some people do, and you see it, and I really like seeing it, and we should do it more often and teach majority of them on how to put the animal away with the parts that you leave behind. You know, you don't want to leave like a murder scene, you know. It's disrespectful to the animal for me and the way I was taught. You don't leave like this bloody sight and then take all that you need and just up and leave. This is a tenderloin. Say if you cut the hoofs off it from the elbow right here, and these parts you leave, don't just throw them all over the place. Like, put them in one spot, and then when you leave, if you're not taking the hide, you just put the hide over it, and just You know, it's like putting the animal away. You know, when I go, I want to be put away properly. And so when that animal has been able to provide for me and my family, I want to put that animal away too, because it just lays respect to him. And that's a very important traditional part. Lay respect to the animal because you don't leave a mess, you never leave a murder site. You kind of keep it tidy and put him away. It's like putting him away in a way. Respect him. I was taught by my grandparents on how to respect the animal and to butcher things, like the way to cut things, and I just try to hold on to that. Now I really want to try to pass it on to the younger generation. It teaches them to respect the animal, to respect the land. You got to respect Mother Nature and what Mother Nature could provide, so that she could keep providing for you in the healthiest manner possible. Prize money, money, smile. Oh. It's just good to be out here too, you know, like having being able to do this still with the illness that I have. It just helps with my mind too.
That one. You started.
Like this,
There we go. Just being able to keep up with those kids yet, and being able to teach them what I was taught by my grandparents. You know, that's information that needs to be handed down to everybody. I think my grandparents taught me so that I could teach everybody that I could possibly can too, along with my family and my own little daughter.
That's good.
So is this the best fish you ever had?
Yeah.
At the moment, eh? I worked with my Uncle Rudy on the guide outfit. That was very important for me, and I really enjoyed that, to be able to help the family business out and learn from my uncles also. I think that was the most important part, was to learn from my family and the way that they do things, and try to implement that into my hunting practices also. Yeah, and just hunting out here, like this place just has so much relation to my family, not just my family, like our whole nation around Chesley River, and that is where we had one of the bigger Taltan communities, and so we utilize that place a lot, and just to be able to walk on these trails that, like, let's say my great-great-great-grandmother and their great-grandmothers, I think that's what I really hold dear to my heart, is being able to walk those trails in the same footsteps as the people that done it a long time ago.
Johnny, I said, dear, do a Lois Johnny, Toast Augustin, head Johnny, hey, hey,